Hello, my friends, and welcome to the beautiful game of Subnatica, an open world game featuring in an underwater alien planet. You can see as we start off with our beloved spaceship blowing up in the sky. Which then we continue to be hit by this panel of wonders. This is a problem, isn't it? Waking up to this fire. Now, of course, naturally, we're going to sit here for 5 minutes and do nothing about it. And then I eventually decide to get up and do it. Moving on, you can see as we struggle immensely around to pick up the materials we need to make the repair tool, which we need to fix our life pod. And once we finally manage to do that, we're going to end up going and receiving a transmission the following.
This is Aurora. Distress signal received. Rescue operation will be dispatched to your location in 9 hours. Continue to monitor for emergency transmissions from other life pods.
Well, isn't that grand? Now, after receiving this wonderful news that we will eventually never be rescued in time, we decide to start exploring and making sure we get the necessary objects to survive, such things like a better oxygen tank, fins, a scanner to identify our surroundings, and more, such as a survival knife, which we then decide to explore the entire place for about way too long to get it all. Now, after doing such, we will start to finally get somewhere, which usually takes about half the game. And here we will discover one of our other life pods from the explosion of the Aurora. This happens to be life pod 17, which is discovered to be the cook named Ozzy.
Ozzy's log. It's the day of the crash. I don't know what the heck is happening. I'm scared and I'm not going outside. There are shadows in the water under the hatch, but I can't tell if they're rocks or aliens. And there's weird-looking caves nearby. The Aurora was carrying everything needed to build the phase gate. Mobile vehicle bays, bioreactors, propulsion cannons. It had a cinema. There was a zero-G gym. My cafe. I don't understand how we're here now. I don't know why no one's coming for me.
Now, in this portion of the early game of Subnautica, you usually have about just a couple rules. Survive and upgrade, because the whole premise of this is just survival for now. Usually this lasts for about the whole game, about upgrading so that you can continue on with the story, which is what we're trying to stay focused on in this session, per se. Now I wanted to just pause here so you can hear the story of Life Pod 6 and what this idiot did to this very smart and very capable surviving crew member.
Ma'am, I need you to stay calm. We're not in immediate danger.
Where are the rescue teams?
The Aurora didn't make it.
So, where are the rescue teams?
They're dead, ma'am. We have rendezvous coordinates, but the route's irradiated.
So, what are you going to do?
I'm head of human resources, ma'am. This is not my expertise. But the PDA says if we can find some lead, we can make radiation suits.
Oh, there! I am not setting foot outside this life pod without the proper protection.
Don't worry. I'll go. What are you doing?
You were gone so long. I thought you drowned.
Put the flare down.
I was going to try and attract someone's attention.
That's not a distress flare. Stop waving it around like that. You'll catch the fuel line.
Now, among all of our chaos of survival and upgrading, we can find this alien-looking vent, and sprouting from it appears to be a peeper with glowing yellow lines following it. As we pick it up, we find it is an enzyme host peeper, a specimen that has some type of a trail, and it is actually approaching other creatures, including predators. This creature seems to want to die or spread something. The specimen is host to a bacterial infection, but the infection is actually dormant. The peeper's stomach cavity contains an unknown enzyme, which we learn about later in the game.
Emergency. A quantum detonation has occurred in the Aurora's drive core. The reactor will reach a supercritical state in T-minus 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2.
Now, as you just noticed, it appears that the engines of the core to our Aurora ship that ended up crashing has appeared to explode, which is quite alarming because now more radiation leaking from those engines and drives have started to leak all over the ocean, granting us access to the radiation suit. Now, throughout this video so far, you've just seen very sped up, fast versions of me discovering objects, crafting objects, gathering materials, and this will continue to do as such until we start to get to the story.
Pre-recorded distress call.
This is Officer Keene in Light Pod 19. The captain is gone. I have assumed command. The last thing the captain did was give me coordinates for dry land. We regroup 1.5 kilometers southwest of the crash site. Stay together and good luck. This message will now repeat.
Rendezvous coordinates corrupted. Transmission origin coordinates downloaded. Signal. The Seamoth is a fast, safe mode of transport, but remember that swimming is good for your glutes and endorphin levels.
Welcome.
Now here we unlock the Seamoth, our first actual vehicle submarine, which will allow us to transport around the world a lot safer and a lot easier. Not to mention, it's fast.
Keene, this is Aurora. Come in.
This is Keene. Light Pod detached to OK planet fall in 30 seconds.
The computer has identified a landmass at the attached coordinates. I want you to regroup the crew there.
Understood, but
They are your responsibility now. Don't let them down.
Captain, you need to evacuate.
Negative. You'll need the ship in one piece if you're going to contact HQ on the long range. I'm attempting a controlled descent. Captain!
Biodiversity in this region is unusually low. Cause unknown.
Now, so far to what the story that we've learned is that obviously we somehow lost the ship. Nobody knows how just yet. And so far to what our goals have been has just been survive, upgrade, and as we get our transmissions, we make sure to check for other life pods and other parts of the Aurora crash so that we can find objects or hopefully somebody that's alive, which so far we have yet to do. But we meet Officer Keene, who's now currently in charge since the captain's supposed death, and has given us a rendezvous location.
We have to board the Aurora, repair the long-range comms, make contact with the other survivors. We can't be the only two that made it.
Those are not the orders the captain gave me, and they are not the orders I'm giving you.
This isn't chain of command, it's survival.
My obligations as acting commander don't turn on their convenience. Get out of the water.
If I get into trouble, I'll send you my coordinates.
I can't let you go alone.
Then come with me.
You don't leave me much choice.
Received emergency transmission from Second Officer Keene, 2 hours after last activity.
Rendezvous was a failure. Intercepted a transmission from Altera HQ. Seems they sent a data package to the Aurora. We were intercepted by a Leviathan-class predator before we could reach the ship. Consider the CTO and I lost at sea. Be safe. Keene, out.
Picking up multiple energy signatures on the island's surface.
Now, finding out this new information, we have a few new ideas and things to do. Obviously, we want to get prepared because the Aurora has contact information. And not just that, but this sounds like this long-range beacon can maybe even get us off-world if we can get in contact with the Aurora. But for now, we're going to explore the island because apparently there's energy signals here.
What is that thing?
I don't know. I found it outside in the sand.
Part of another ship?
None I've ever seen.
It's not even scratched.
Don't fool around with it. It might be worth something.
Stand down, Chief. If it were gonna crumble to dust, it would have done so when I picked it up.
It's glowing.
We're not the first people to come to this planet.
People. Maybe. Could be aliens. Could be the damn sea monsters for all we know. One thing for sure, we ain't gonna find out by staying here.
Chief's log, 5 weeks since the crash. The only other survivors are my son, Bart, and Maida, the cut-price mercenary I commissioned for the journey. After days drifting in the life pod, rain hammering on the roof, the weather cleared and we washed up here. I had Maida salvage the Degazi wreck, set Bart to finding us a stable source of food. His education is paying off sooner than I'd anticipated. Our only problem is Maida. She says the weather's going to turn. I say she's finding excuses to risk our lives. I imagine she's not gonna weaken her life without a physical altercation, and she's itching for a fight. In every judgment she makes, things go from bad to worse. If she had my experience, she'd have more faith. Humans have spent millennia specializing in how to shackle nature to our will. This planet won't cause us any new problems. My one task now is to keep us alive, as comfortably as possible, until the insurance company arranges rescue. In this part of space, that could be months, or even years. Son, I said wait for the storm to pass. Your life's more valuable to me than a plant patch.
You stopped being in charge when the ship you were captaining sunk.
I'll stop being in charge when you take charge of yourself.
Say, Chief,
New
Gee,
blueprint
what?
acquired.
you know how to drain those grow beds of 40 tons of stormwater? Or how to conjure food from the air?
I know how to prioritize.
I'm just saying, if that's so, what's your boy's life worth to you today? If tomorrow you're gonna be so hungry you start wondering what he tastes like, let him go deal with your plans.
Son, go deal with the plants.
Bard, Torgo has disembarked the habitat.
Interfere with my family again, and when rescue arrives, I will leave you here. Do you understand me?
No rescue coming, Chief. Not in time. And no staying here neither. This rain keeps falling, sooner or later this place will be buried. The only choice we got is whether to get buried with it.
Signal location uploaded to PDA.
You see, Chief? You brought us to this sodden planet. Told us we'd see a lush payday. Now what do we got some 6 weeks later? A dead crew, a habitat that's half buried, food washed away.
I suppose the executive decisions would be better left to someone with your extensive experience of hitting people in the face.
I know enough not to take unscheduled detours to uncharted planets. That's something you don't want to learn the hard way.
Easy to judge a decision in hindsight. Harder to come up with a plan of your own.
Got one already. We take what we can carry and hunker down in a cave somewhere. I scouted a site, a couple 100 meters deep, lots of metal deposits.
How do you imagine we'd live?
With ready access to building materials, like damn queens, a couple of water filters, a bioreactor, fresh fish. But Chief, we'll eat seaweed salad and drink our own urine if that's what it takes. All that matters is, do you got something better?
Send the coordinates to my PDA. I'll review your proposal.
New blueprint. Integrating new PDA.
This island is a godsend. Look out of the window. No predators, fresh food.
No building materials, nothing left of the ship. And your kid says we're gonna starve without more grow beds. Speak up, kid.
It's true, Father. The natural growth rates are too slow to keep supporting us.
All I'm saying is ocean's got us surrounded. No use hiding. Sooner or later, we'll get our feet wet.
The rest of your life may have been a fight, Maida, but I've made my decision. You want to forfeit your emergency pay to take a swim? Go ahead.
Believe me, I'm thinking on it.
This is the first time I've seen sunlight in months. After all that time in the deep, I'd been dreaming of it. Now that I'm back here, I'm finding it hard to enjoy alone. Father was right. We should
New
never have
blueprint
left this place.
acquired.
We shouldn't have gone so deep. They do not want us down there. Despite my best efforts, ill health is taking hold of me. The visions are getting worse. Marguerite and Father are now part of the ecosystem of this incredible planet. It's reassuring to know that when I go, I'll join them. Until then, well, there's always the view.
Now, so far on what we've learned about this crew is that there's actually been a ship in the past that's crash landed on this planet. Now, to our knowledge of so far, they washed up on the shore, disassembled their ship, and have started to survive. Apparently, after some time, they went into the water, and from what we can tell by the final boy's transmission, apparently he came back as the only one left alive. Now, from what we can figure now is that we actually have a location on one of their, and maybe their only base. So why not explore it?
The conditions in this cave support a microcosm of unique, possibly predatory life forms. Detecting an artificial structure somewhere in the region. New blueprint acquired.
Son, there is always a pecking order. And in our world, money makes a hierarchy. I pay Maida a fraction of what I pay you, and you a fraction of what I pay me.
If money makes the hierarchy, why is Marguerite making the decisions?
We need her. We let her think what she likes, so long as she does what she's told.
What if she doesn't?
For enough money, she will. People always do.
Remember that materials you gather are the property of the All-Terra Corporation. You will be liable to reimburse the full market price. Your current bill stands at 3 million credits.
I thought it might get claustrophobic living underwater. Father feels it is. He'd tell me it was childish, but I stare out of the window and sometimes I think how lucky I am to see this world up close. Back on the island, I wouldn't have believed the creatures that live down here. The fish, they glow.
Integrating new
There's one
PDA
that's
data.
90% eyeball. Snakes twice the length of a habitat
New
compartment.
blueprint acquired.
Certainly, it's not all friendly.
Now here you can see we end up dying. This is probably my first, and I believe only death in this run so far, but it was very stupid. We'll end up coming back to this place pretty soon.
I've been attempting to document my findings. Father approves. He says understanding is power, that the more we know about this planet, the more we can use it to our advantage. I'm just doing it because it's fun. It's not easy without proper equipment and network access, but the old-fashioned way, observing, taking notes, testing theories, shows me the world in a way a spectroscopic analysis never could. Lately, I've been watching the crab snakes. They ambush their prey as it tries to feed on the mushrooms they hide in. What they don't eat settles on the seabed, which fertilizes the mushrooms, which feeds the herbivores, and so the chain continues. Co-evolution gives me the fuzzies.
Signal location uploaded to PDA. Integrating new PDA data.
What is that thing?
I don't know. I found...
You know what Maida told me today? She wants to build a habitat 500 meters below sea level, more than a kilometer northeast of here. And she needs Bart and I to do it. She's got it into her head that she can save us if she just acts recklessly enough. But I've hauled Star Wars to Neptune, Plasteel to the Federation. This family operates 9 different mining colonies across the Ariadne Arm. Maida thinks she's better suited to lead. Her contract still says otherwise. But I just cannot damn well tell whether it's the stupidest idea I ever heard, or my only hope. I turned 80 years old last week. I thought I had another 80 in me, but marooned on this planet, there's no swapping out of my liver when the old one fails. Here, I'm mortal. And Maida is useful. So, it's my responsibility to make a decision. Return to the island and hope whatever knocked the Degazi out of the sky won't do the same to the rescue ship. Or take us deeper in search of answers. And all the while be hoping old age gets me before the sea monsters do. I'll give Maida just one thing. She was right about these caves. There's enough lithium there to fabricate 100 tons of plasteel. Enough for a damn fleet of Cyclops submarines. There was nothing anyone could have done to avoid crashing here. But I was right to order the detour. If we get off this planet, they'll be talking about the Torgal share price on the other side of the Federation.
Aurora, this is Sunbeam again. We just picked up a massive debris field at your location. I didn't know how many of you... I didn't know. We're now en route to your location. We're gonna bring you home. Sunbeam out. What else can I say? The only time I parked a rig this big on a rock that small was in VR, and I blew it. It's a bad option, all right, but so are all the others.
So something you guys missed out earlier in this video, because I skipped through it, is because we've actually been in contact with I believe a trade ship called the Sunbeam. They've seen our distress calls, and they just barely saw the debris field, and they're going to come and save us. Now here I'm actually going to cut it short. If you guys want to see the rest of this recording, please just check in on the next video. It'll be out, posted already when you see this, and I'll be here for you guys.